Today's sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, Sprytack.com. They make excellent cargo pants. They have free shipping, 60-day money-back guarantees, and free returns and exchanges. Go check them out, www.sprytack.com, and grab yourself a pair of pants. Anyway, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Belli. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a fake boglehead investor. I'm author of the book, Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. And we got to talk about Meet Kevin's ETFs that are coming out. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am not joking when I say that Meet Kevin is going to be launching not one, but 3 different ETFs. And I will be investing $2,000 a month into these ETFs. Where did that money come from? I'm not going to tell you. I'm just kidding. Let's go check out these ETFs. And basically, there's really not that much information on them. We can kind of check out the fund managers, who the fund managers are going to be besides Meet Kevin, and learn as much as we can about it, okay? So here we are, SEC.report. So this is not a troll. SEC.report/document. Meet Kevin ETFs. And we have 3 ETFs here, okay? Meet Kevin All-In ETF. That sounds very conservative. Meet Kevin Select ETF. And Meet Kevin Moderate ETF. It's going to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange ARCA. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Meet Kevin, well, I don't attack him anymore, okay? He had the balls to come on my channel and confront me. He took the heat during our interview/debate, and I respect him because there's other people on YouTube that trash me, but they don't have the balls to face me. So I actually respect somebody that comes on to my channel and faces me like a man. So I'm proud of you, Meet Breath. You're my StepBro. However, I have never been a fan of Meet Kevin's stock picking. So, in my personal opinion, without even looking at it, and they don't even have the investments they're going to be buying in here, I'm probably not going to be buying these. But we don't have enough information yet for me to really dive into it. But let's look and see what we have now, okay? So, as of right now, we do not know what the expense ratio of this ETF is going to be. Management fees, 12B1 fees, other expenses, acquired fund fees, and waivers if they have them. That'll reduce fees. I don't know how much this is going to cost, but this is an actively managed ETF. Actively managed. What that means is there's going to be a lot of trading in it out of stocks, and Meet Kevin likes to trade, and there's going to be a higher expense ratio than a freaking index. I'm an index fund investor. I'm a boglehead investor. I don't touch actively managed ETFs unless they're a part of my 5% speculation allocation. So I probably will not be buying this. But as of right now, we do not know what the expense ratio will be. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was at ARC levels, 0.75 or even higher, because the more they charge, the more money they make. And the harder it is to beat their target index, because those fees and that turnover, which causes a tax drag, it makes it more difficult for them to beat their index, especially over the long run. Okay? So let's read. Let's see. Innovative company selection. Well, let's read the principal investment strategies. The fund is an actively managed ETF, kind of like ARC is. I'm not saying it's going to be like ARC, that seeks to achieve its investment objective by investing primarily in U.S.-listed equity securities of innovative companies. Maybe it will be like ARC. The fund categorizes an innovative company as the future, bro, as a company determined by the fund's sub-advisor, Plato's Philosophy, LLC, to be involved in the development of new products or services, technological advancements, consumer engagement, and/or, I don't like that word, disruptive approaches with respect to business growth. Okay? This may resemble ARC, where I have a feeling these ETFs are going to have a lot of very speculative, unprofitable companies. But we'll see. Okay? The investments will have a minimum market capitalization of $100 million, which isn't that big. I mean, they might go ahead and buy some very speculative companies, and they can definitely push up the price. So if you can almost guess what company Meet Kevin or his little associates are going to buy, and this fund goes ahead and scoops them up, you could make some money, but I'm not saying to do that because you never know. Okay? Let's see. Target ETF selection, macro hedging. During periods when the sub-advisor believes there is significant risk to the market as a whole or a particular sector of the market, the fund's portfolio may hold up to 30% of its net assets in the securities of targeted ETFs to provide a macroeconomic hedge against the anticipated market risk. That sounds like trading. For example, the fund may hold ETFs that focus on particular industries, commodities, and or that provide inverse exposure to broad market indices. What does that mean? This fund, this ETF, may potentially hold up to 30% of its net assets in something that's shorting a market index, like a SQQ or something like that. Okay. That's really risky. Shorting is very risky, and it's a trade, not a long-term investment. Okay. The portfolio will generally consist of between 25 to 60 securities. So not insanely over diversified. I mean, VT has like 9,000 companies, but it's not, he's not investing in just Tesla. Okay. I know a lot of people are probably joking. Oh, he's going to buy Tesla. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. No, it's not just Tesla. Okay. Let's go down a little bit more because they actually list the management. And there's really not much on here, but we can see the investment advisor is Tesoro Investments LLC. Then we have the investment sub-advisor, Plato's Philosophy LLC. And most importantly, we have the portfolio managers. Kevin Pathrath has been the portfolio manager of the fund since its inception in 2022. Kevin has no experience managing a fund. Okay, keep that in mind. Michael Venuto. So we actually have some people that do have experience that are going to be there helping him. Chief Investment Officer for the advisor has been a portfolio manager of the fund since its inception in 2022. He does have prior experience. And then Charles A. Regal, CFA, has been a portfolio since its inception in 2022. Okay, so they don't really talk about their past, but I actually looked these guys up on LinkedIn. And we can see this is one of the other fund managers besides me, Kevin, Michael Venuto, CIO and co-founder of Tesoro Investments. And he actually, is this the First Command guy? He actually has a connection with somebody that is, I think he's the CFO of the old financial advisor I worked with. Michael J. Venuto is an ETF industry veteran with over a decade of experience in the design and implementation of ETF-based investment strategies. For example, he is behind the launch of the Tesoro ETF Industry Index, which measures and monitors the performance of publicly traded companies that derive revenue from ETFs. Sub-advisor to blah, 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 blah. Okay? So you can see he's a co-founder of Tesoro Investments. He's worked there for 10 years. He was the head of investment at Global X Funds for 5 months. Senior Vice President, Director of Private Client Group for 10 years. First Union and Runner. I don't know what that is. I guess this is like I don't know what this is. Probably a company that like they launched during the .com bubble and then failed. Now let's look at the next guy. Look at this freaking meathead. Charles Regal, CFA, head of trading at Tesoro Asset Management. So we have a industry veteran that's done a lot of stuff. And we have this guy right here who's head of trading, which I don't like. He is an energetic investment professional and with expertise in investment management, product development, and corporate strategy. So he's been head of trading for 2 years, and he worked at Exponential ETFs for 4 years, 6 months, and Huntington National Bank. Okay. So it looks like, when did he graduate college? About a little bit before me. He's probably like 35 or something like that. He's got a CFA. And then we can go check out Tesoro Investments. Okay, this is the company where 2 of the other fund managers are coming from. Okay, you got the president, blah, 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 blah. We can read more about the 2 fund managers. So we go down and we say, okay, here's Charles. He's the head of trading. We knew that. It served as COO at Exponential ETFs. We know that. Okay, nothing really new there. And we have Michael. So really nothing new on this website. But you should definitely check out Tesoro Investments and kind of read up on them and research these guys and really see what they were involved in. Because we know where they worked. You want to see what happened at the places that they work. What were they involved in? Was it successful? Was it not? Because just because they have experience doesn't mean they're good investors. Let's see what products and services they have. ETFs powered by Tesoro. Let's see. They don't even show it. Interesting. Okay, so I mean, really nothing here, but you should definitely research these guys. You should research the fund managers because these are the 2 big boys. Okay, we got Kevin there, but we also have these guys, who are the people that are probably actually making the vast majority of the decisions. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else. Okay, talked about macro hedging, large, mid, and small caps, $100 million minimum. There's really not much on here. This is like an initial filing, so you're really not going to get much information. But it's going to be really juicy when we find out what the expense ratio is, and it's going to be even more juicy when we find out what type of investments they're actually buying. But overall, look at this. The fund is expected to frequently trade a significant portion of the securities in its portfolio. A high portfolio turnover rate increases transaction costs, which may increase the fund's expenses. Frequent trading may also cause adverse tax consequences due to an increase in short-term capital gains. That's big. Inverse ETFs, management risk. We have Kevin, who, although I love you, Kevin, I don't agree with your stock picks. And we have these two other guys that we don't really know that much about, but you can do your research into them, okay? So let's see what else. Anything else interesting on here? All in, select, and moderate. Now we can see he has these different ETFs, but they all have the same risks. Commodities, authorized participant, costs of buying or selling, trading. All of these risks are in here. I mean, you really need to read up on this stuff before you buy it. And it honestly scares me that these managers have the leeway to take up to 30% of the fund's investment and put it into some kind of index that shorts the market. Especially if it's a leverage index, you can get absolutely freaking wrecked. Absolutely freaking wrecked. But I'm not going to jump to any two conclusions soon because at this point, there's nothing really to talk about because we don't even know what he's investing in. Okay. The following individuals have served as portfolio managers. Mr. Kevin Pathrath is primarily responsible for the day-to-day management of the fund. And Messieurs Venuto and Regaus oversee trading and execution for the fund. Oh, that's interesting. So according to this, me, Kevin, is actually kind of running the fund, and Venuto and Regaus oversee trading and execution. Now, what exactly that means, who's actually going to be picking the stocks, whether it's a consensus or it's Kevin, I don't know. But they even have more of their biography here, so you can read about that. Let's see. Taxes. Let's see. Yeah, a bunch of disclosure stuff. I mean, let's see the financial statements. They even have financial statements. Yeah. Not really much to tell from this. So, to be honest, for this, we just have to wait and see. But at some point, we can definitely dissect what this is all about. But definitely go read up on this guy. Go check out Sasoro. And don't just jump into this ETF because me, Kevin, is one of the freaking fund managers. All right. You're becoming the grifter you said you hated. Sponsor. Yeah, I know. I sponsor pants. I'm just such a finance grifter. I'm ruining people's lives. You probably saw what people like Ross Gerber and Gary Black were making with much less. Dude, ETFs are a freaking gold mine. If you can just convince people to buy it and you're charging 0.75%, 1%, even if you suck, you can make a fortune. Kathy Wood is probably making hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Both ETFs are 10% Tesla. Let's see. Tesla, 1, went up, bro. 2, it's the future. I'm sure Tesla will be in there. There's no doubt in my mind Tesla will be represented in that index or in that actively managed ETF. Ticker symbol MEAT. Yeah, that's not a joke. That was on the SEC website, unless it's just like a massive freaking troll. Let's see. So real estate, software as a service business thing he wants all his followers to throw money into. Instant short on day one. I would not short this because he's popular and a lot of people are just going to buy this because it's me, Kevin. Okay? I'm just saying. So I would be careful. Regulations will prevent him from gambling with the ETFs. We got to see what he's buying in there. But at the end of the day, the managers have this leeway. They have the ability to buy, indexes that are short, blah, 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 blah. They can do almost anything they want. And that could potentially screw you. At least with VT, you know what you get. You get the world index at market cap. You get the world at market cap weights. Let's see. How many times is innovation mentioned in the prospectus? Let's see. Let's look at disrupt. Disrupt is mentioned 21 times. Innovation is mentioned 3 times. Future. Talking about futures contracts. What if Tesla's mentioned in here? Tesla. No Tesla. What are the other buzzwords? Disruption, innovation. Let me check the comments. Are there any other disruptive words I should be looking for? It's hilarious. So many comments. Well, Strongman, this is all good news. Now you can measure Kevin's performance against VT. Oh, I think VT will beat this ETF. I'm very confident. I was actually thinking that as a jug, he's going to have it like 0.69 or something clownish like that. It's like, oh my God. The guy that loves making 420 and 69 jokes while also drinking is also who I want to invest my money in. Well, Elon Musk makes those jokes and people love that freaking clown. Twitter. Let's see. What is a Strongman Chewy Tobacco ETF? I will never manage an ETF. Ever. Write it down. Total scam. I don't know if it's a scam, but we got to see what they buy in there, okay? I'm not bullish on this ETF. I love you, Kevin, but holy freaking crap. So anyway, that's it. Looks like there's an initial statement file with the SEC, and there's going to be a Meet Kevin ETF. 3 of them, to be precise. We don't know what the ticker is. We don't know what the investments are going to be. We have a general idea. And we don't know what the expense ratio is going to be. So we will see, but I don't even know what to say. All right, guys, that's it. Don't forget to check out sprytac.com. You get free delivery, 60-day money back guarantee. Cheers!